think it's really exciting to finally have rugby back. And we're really excited at the Welsh Rugby Roundup. Just before we go ahead, make sure to like the page, follow us. We put out content to do with Welsh Rugby out every single day. We do it every day. We release the teams at 12 o'clock, which we did, and we got you covered. So make sure to like and follow. Let's first of all take a look at the French side. Neither of us are French, so forgive our pronunciation. I'll put it on the screen here. This is the team. We'll start with the forwards. So Bailly, Marchand, and Hawass. Leroux, Willems, Cross, Aldrit, and Olivon, who's the captain. He was captain, of course, during the Six Nations and the World Cup last year. The danger men for me really are Dupont and Mac, and we'll get onto them in a second. And then we have Ratez, Fiku, Vakatawa, Teddy Toma on the wing with Boutier at fullback. Any names there? You don't have to try and pronounce them if you can't, but names that really stand out for you.
I agree with you with Dupont and Tomac. They're on fire. And I think it's a measure of respect to Wales in a way that he's picked such a strong team, because to me that's a really good team. And even when they're not playing against Wales, I'm really enthused by the way France are coming on. I think they're just starting to hit stride now, and playing some fantastic rugby. Just looking at Racing and the club, the regional sides in France, and extremely strong sides.
Absolutely. I think the main man for me is this man who's going to be on the screen now, Virmi Vakatawa. He's an animal. He's absolutely ridiculous. Originally born in Fiji, but came over, did his residency playing for Racing. Got cramp in the most awkward of times in the final against Exeter, but he's an incredible player. He can break through the defence, and I think he'll look to target the likes of Nick Tompkins, who does start for Wales. Speaking about that, let's have a look at the Wales team. I'll read through it now. Starting with the forwards, Rhys Carey, Ryan Elias and Samson Lee on the front row, alongside Corey Hill and Alan Wynne-Jones. It's a big day for him, and we'll get onto that in a second. Aaron Wainwright's then at 6 with Tipuric and Faletau. Then the backs. Rhys Webb starts at 9 alongside Dan Biggar. Josh Adams and George North play on the wings. The centre partnership is Nick Tompkins, Jonathan Davis, and then the fullback is Lee Halfpenny. What do you expect from that team? Are you happy that Pivac's gone for such a strong side, or would you have liked to have seen a little bit more experimental picks?
Yeah, I can understand it. It's the first game back. Great to see Foxy back. Hopefully he can hit the ground running. I think that you've just got to build your core. So he's gone for experience. He's got some, 2 potential caps on the bench. And as we were saying, there has been a bit of discussion about George North, but I think he's dependable, and I think that if they play 3/4 of the game with him on the field and then brings Dammit on at the end, then I think he's a tried machine. Who knows? So I think it's a good balanced team.
Absolutely, and I think I agree with you on George North. I think, yes, he's not been on form, but I think he's certainly a confidence player. And if a coach can show confidence in him and give him a go, and the reality is he's not a centre. So I don't understand playing him at centre. So you got to play him in his natural position. But as you said, Louis Rees-Zammit on the bench. Excited to see him if he can come on and play. What do you think about Rhys Webb? Yeah, and Sam Parry, of course. But Rhys Webb at scrum half is an interesting choice at scrum half over Gareth Davis. What do you think about that?
No, he's playing well. So, it's again some experimental stuff. It when he hits top gear, he's brilliant. So we just hopefully he's back. He's in form, and he'll make his mark on the team. So interesting, that one. Interesting.
Definitely is interesting. I'm quite excited to see how this team does. I'm glad he has gone for experience. Give your quick predictions. Who are you backing to do this? How do you see the game going? Where's it going to be won and lost, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think we've got a fast team for Wales, and I think it's going to be. I'm hoping that it's going to be from Wales a bit of game of percentages. Getting out there and taking some risks and getting that ball out because the French will. So I think this is an opportunity for the new style of rugby to sort of bed in. We'll certainly see then how it's going to develop once we get into finish the Six Nations. I know it's a game of it's a bit of a dead rubber for Wales, but the way we play Scotland is going to be very, very telling on the second game on how we're going to be developing for next year and towards 2023. So I'd like to see a lot of throwing the ball around and a fast game. So I say back to you, what do you want to see from them?
Oh, well, I'd like to see the same. I think there will be a lot of changes in the game because it's a friendly, and I think Pivac will have a go and try different things.
I
As a
wouldn't want
Welsh
to be
fan,
a commentator. I wouldn't want to be a commentator if 3 more Davises come on and Foxy. We could have 4 Davises on the pitch at any one time, and that could be quite interesting towards the end.
definitely, I do feel for them. I mean, when it was the Japan World Cup and some of the Japanese names, I think Japan played against Russia, and I thought, oh, poor commentators, like this cannot be easy. But for the game, I'm not that bothered about the result, to be honest. I'm more about the performance and seeing players get an opportunity to play. And it'll be really nice to see Webb and Bigger play back together again because they were so successful together, and see if that can be built upon once again. Would love to see Louis Rees-Zammit get a go, and hopefully 60, 70 minutes in when the French props are a little bit tired, he can come on and have an impact. I do think the issue of us not having a chance really to win the Six Nations will play into the minds of the coaches for next week. But I think for France, this is a big game for them. If they can play well here, they take momentum into that game against Ireland, I believe they've got. So I think, for them, there's a lot riding on this game. For us, not so much. It's more about experimenting and looking ahead to the Autumn Cup. I'm going to back France only just. I think it's going to be. I know. No. It's head over hearts at this time. I do think France will win this by 1 score. It could swing either way, but I think it'd be quite high scoring. And obviously Sean Edwards on the France defense team, of course, so he won't want it to be a high scoring game. But I do think it will be. And I hope that Pivac doesn't think, right, we got to win this. We got to win this. It'd be nice to win it, but I don't think it really matters. I think it's more about giving the players a go to play and enjoy it. Really enjoy playing international rugby again.
Yeah, from my point of view, the big advantage Wales have got is they're not playing with a French crowd, and you have it does reduce the home advantage a bit when you haven't got a stadium full of mad, passionate French fans. So I'm going to have to go because you're going for France. I'm going to have to go for Wales, but it's going to be close. I hope.
And we hope it's going to be a really good game of rugby. Just a reminder to everyone again to like and follow the page. And I will be doing a watch along of the game, not showing the actual game, but you can watch along and get involved in the chat. That'll be on the Facebook page, I hope, but certainly on my YouTube channel where this is going on. So subscribe for that.